The world's kind of a shit fest right now. Hi guys, it's Lizzie. Welcome to my channel. The day before I start the video, I just wanted to say a little bit more about the global situation right now. It'll be short, so don't worry. We will continue on with the Animal Crossing shenanigans in a moment. But this is important, so I really do hope that you don't just skip through this and actually take a moment to listen. I know that the world is a very scary place right now, especially with the concerns about the pandemic still, and now with the civil rights movement, and there's a lot of just stuff going on in the world now, and it is all important, and I know it's scary, but you guys really need to be strong and be safe and use your voices, especially if you have privilege like I do and like my family does, to use your voices and use your privilege for the betterment of the human race. There are lots of ways that you can help and support the Black Lives Matter movement right now. I'll leave a bunch of links down in the description. I made a video last week as well. There's a bunch of links. It'll probably be the same links in the description. There's tons of podcasts that you can listen to on Spotify. They have a great podcast playlist put together to educate yourself. I'll probably link that in the description as well. And please donate to Act Blue charities and the Minnesota Freedom Fund if you can, and go to change.org and just sign the petition. Sign all the petitions. I know that we've all had a very tough year so far, and it's only gonna get tougher from here, especially if you are any other race besides white. I know that this year has especially impacted you a lot more than white people, especially Black people. The unemployment from the pandemic has hit the Black community in America probably the hardest, at least from the resources that I have gathered my information from. I know that everybody is having a tough run this year, but you guys all need to band together and support human rights. And if you don't feel comfortable going out and protesting, just stay at home and spread the word on social media. You can donate, sign petitions like I said before, and support the movement literally in any way you can. Doing literally anything to support it is a step in the right direction. It's just better than doing nothing at all. Alright, that is my PSA, and now we can move on to the video. Hello everybody, welcome to another art video by yours truly, Lizzie. Animal Crossing, the game that helped everybody through the pandemic and through quarantine. I only started playing Animal Crossing about 2 weeks ago because I didn't have a Switch before the pandemic, and once the quarantine struck, Nintendo just stopped manufacturing them. They became really hard to get a hold of. But then I finally found a Switch at Walmart. I scooped it up. I went to Best Buy, I scooped up Animal Crossing, and it's been a great time ever since. I'm finally in debt to Tom Nook. And since I know that everybody has just been loving Animal Crossing, I decided, you know what? Let's do something Animal Crossing related. So today I'm going to be making a bunch of different Animal Crossing characters and also little items from the game using Perler beads. And Perler beads are really great because you can use them for a lot of different things. You can turn them into keychains. If they're small enough, you can even put them on on a chain and have them as a necklace. You can stick a piece of cork under it, like hot glue gun piece of cork under it, and use them as coasters. They're really versatile for quite a few DIY projects. I'll link all the templates that I'm using and all the picture references that I'm using for these Perler beads. None of these are my original ideas because who has original thoughts these days? Everything is a copy of everything. There's no originals anymore. I will link all the pictures and the Pinterest post down in the description in case you want to do them yourself. All right, let's go. Can we take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this is? Look at the organization here. Does this not satisfy you? I even attempted to organize it into warm colors and cool colors. I mean, I couldn't fit the greens over here, but there was an attempt made. Along with those, I have a bunch of extra ones. I have all these neon ones that I don't know if we're gonna use today. I also have some glow-in-the-dark ones. Those are kind of fancy. And then I have all these random ones in bags. I have some sparkly and metallic looking ones, which I don't know why I have so little of them. And then I have the bag of castaways, the rejected beads that I honestly don't know what to do with. Maybe I should add these ones to this bag as well, because I don't think this little amount of perler beads warrants a whole bag. Why don't we do that right now? Beads, you're too few. You're not worthy. So we're gonna be making some Animal Crossing characters today using these two boards, I wanna call them. I used to have two of these, but one of them got really melted on one side. This one is even a little bit melted on this side. Can you see how those ones are kind of more flat than these ones? Kind of looks like a Lego over here. I used to have another one of these, which would have been very useful because I have these like connectors on the side. But that one pretty much got melted to a crisp because I was a child the last time I used it. I actually have some of my childhood creations of perler beads. This beautiful, not at all horrifying butterfly. A moon. I think that I was trying to go for all the same color, and I thought that when I melted it, all the colors would just kind of combine. I also have a cookie, which I think is kind of cute and I actually kind of like. Anyway, let's get rid of this garbage. We gotta focus on the future. Focus, camera. Come on, focus. And the future is Animal Crossing. I have a ton of different designs from the new Animal Crossing game that we can look at to make some cool stuff. I think we'll start out with this really basic leaf because it's the item symbol from Animal Crossing, and I think it's very representative of the whole game. All right, so we're gonna get our greens out. I don't actually think I have enough of the center color, the light green, to make the whole leaf that color, so I think we're going to use this color right down here. Usually I like to bake perler beads with my hands, but I'm gonna use some tweezers today, or at least try to use some tweezers to see if it'll be easier. Oh my gosh, just stay put, please. Why can't I grab one? It should be so easy. Oh, there we go. Oh! All right, I've decided to put down the tweezers after a small amount of struggle, and I'm just gonna use my hands, because that seems to be easier. I sorted all these beads with my hands, and I guess I'm gonna make my creations with my hands. Someone I know has 150,000 Nook miles. Like, damn. I mean, I love Animal Crossing, but there's only really so much that I can do in one day of Animal Crossing. You run out of stuff to do. At some point, you fish all the fish out of the sea, you fish all the fish out of the river, you catch all the bugs on the island, and then there's nothing left to do. No, I messed up. I didn't make this part farther out enough. Well, now we're gonna have to try again. All right, there's our dark green outline. I don't think it's exactly correct. This area still kind of is wacky, but we're gonna go with it. It's up for interpretation. Also, this area is kind of wacky. What's going on there? Does this make it better? That still looks kind of strange. All right, so let's get our light green in there. I hope this color works because I would have liked to make it this color, if you can see the difference between them. So it's gonna be a mint green kind of item leaf. Ah! Well, this is the uncooked, I guess would be the right terminology. This is the uncooked finished product. I didn't even destroy it once. So this is a real basic one that we did. It's only 2 colors. It's not that complex of a design. Oh my gosh. I forgot to plug the iron in. Well, we gotta do it now then. I think while we're waiting for the iron to heat up, let's make another smaller one. I think we'll make some fruits. Let's start off with my native fruit, which is not the orange, which is a cherry. Wow. I'm gonna make the stems green because in New Horizons, the stems of the cherries are green. Unfortunately, this red is the darkest red that I have. I think we're gonna substitute the cherry color to be this one. Those are gonna be some bright cherries. Or actually, maybe we could make this dark red the cherry color, and then maybe use some brown for the outside color. Maybe we can use brown for this color, or even this one. That one might work too. I don't know, let's try out the design, see if it works. It's all about experimenting, then failing, then trying again. That's just what creativity is, guys. Let's start with that middle red part of the cherry. Actually, let's start further to the side so I know that I have enough room. That's a smart idea, Lizzie. Keep using your noggin like that. Wow, those are some tasty looking cherries right there. All right, let's put our little shiny whites in there. Okay, now let's put in this darker color that I'm not too sure about. We're gonna put in this like dark pink. I think it's gonna work. Like, I think it'll look cute, but I actually really like this. I think it looks really good. I don't know if it would look better with light red and dark red. I kind of like the pink with the red. Oh, this is the second time I've made this mistake. I didn't make this one farther over enough. Which brown do I use though? Do I use the dark brown or the really dark brown? I think I'll just use this dark brown. I don't really think we need this one because we're gonna be using black. Does that even still look like a cherry? I'm kind of skeptical. I guess let's put the stems on and we'll see. Let's use a mix of this dark green and this green this time. There, I believe that that is correct. Actually looks better as well. Well, I think my iron is hot, so why don't we go ahead and actually do the leaf first. So once this is all good and melted on one side, you're gonna wanna take it and flip it over. It won't necessarily stick to the parchment, but this one did for some reason. You're gonna wanna flip it over and try to carefully remove it from the parchment. Maybe you wanna let it cool for a sec so you don't burn yourself. Ooh, that is still hot. Wow, it's fantastic. All right, now we gotta do the other side. In the meantime, while that's cooling, I think I'm gonna change the black ones on here to those really dark brown ones because the black is kind of just too much for this. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference, but I think that that looks a lot better than the black ones. It's just not as strong. Did I just do that? I really just did that. Okay, it's a mess up, but it's not one that we can't recover from. I don't know how, but I feel like I need to add 2 extra beads. How did this happen? No beads disappeared. I literally just knocked it over. And now we're adding stuff. I don't know how this happened. I guess they were just like lost to the ether or something like that. All right, anyway, moment of truth for our item symbol. This I'm still kind of concerned about. That's kind of wobbly. But I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, you know, throwing this across a room anytime soon. So it should be okay. All right, now let's iron our cherries. I really like them, especially because I improvised them a little bit. I feel like that makes them a little special. And they're my native fruit, so they hold a very dear place in my heart. Give it a nice little peel and a flip while we're letting that cool. So I think we're going to do Isabelle. My pegboard isn't actually big enough to make her whole body, so I think we're just gonna do her head. I actually have a bunch of different kinds of oranges and yellows, so I think this one will be pretty like easy to do. Let's start with the black outline first though. Now I know what you're thinking. What is this horrible goblin monster that I see before me? Well, don't worry, she'll look normal after we put some color in her. But before we finish with Isabelle, we're gonna take our cherries again, my beautiful native fruit. Why is it peeling off the parchment paper? No! I knew that there was going to be one failure in this video. I just didn't think my little fruit would be the one. I think we can try to repair this. I think I'll have to iron this side again to get them totally fused back together because they're still a little bit loose right now. I think we're good. They're still kind of hot, but this fused back together and I'm very impressed with it. All right, back to this monstrous creation. Okay, let's start with the buns. Her little hair ponytail thing. When I was sorting these, I was sorting through the oranges and stuff, and I was just like, oh, these are gonna be the perfect colors for Isabelle. I just had to make her, it's destiny. She's slowly starting to look like less of a monster. Okay, then her hair tie is gonna be red, and the little bobble thing on the end here is gonna be gray with just a nice little shimmer of white. It looks pretty good so far, guys. I'm proud of myself so far. Now we gotta fill up most of this area with light yellow though. Give me a hot moment while I do that. All right, now we're gonna fill in all these little detail-y bits. I don't know like how people come up with these designs. Like they're probably not hard to come up with, but how do you figure out where all these little detailed bits are gonna go? All right, let's do her ears next because I wanna leave her face as monstrous for as long as possible. All right, let's start with the little detailed bits this time. Gotta mix it up once in a while, you know. And now we gotta fill this in with all of this orange up here. I guess we'll do some magic to make that happen. Wow, I didn't even have to do any work. I'm gonna put the little details in of her face now. Make her look like less of a monster and a terror to humankind. We're gonna put the white in as well now. All right, now let's finish filling in her face with the light yellow. Oh wait, I forgot to put the little lights in her eyes. There we go, now she looks more alive. All right, this yellow shouldn't actually take that long to put in. So we're not going to use magic. You're gonna have to suffer through the work with me. I mean, it's unfair that y'all get to just time lapse through it, but I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. All right, that's our finished Isabelle. I think she looks pretty dang cute, guys. Let's iron her up. I never want to use the phrase iron her up ever again. I'm so sorry. Right, that's one side. Let's try and give her the old flipperoo. No, some of them fell off. It can be mended. It can be mended. I did a bad thing. I regret the thing that I did. Flip her back over and try this again. Hopefully that was a long enough amount of time. Oh, these ones got very melted, didn't they? Okay, let's try and carefully peel this off. Oh wow, she actually looks pretty good. All right, let's do the other side. All right, I think that's good. I think that Isabelle turned out really good. She's actually so cute. I really love her. See, this one and a bigger one like the leaf are ones that you could use for like coasters if you really wanted to. Okay, I think it's only appropriate that next we do our faithful leader, Mr. Tom Nook. I couldn't find a picture of him from New Horizons in his little tropical shirt, but I don't think that my pegboard is big enough to even include the shirt, so like Isabelle, we're just gonna do his face. I don't know if I like the color of brown that they used for his face, so I might make it a lighter color. So I think I might do this color for the main part of his face, and then this darker color for the dark parts. I just hope that I have enough. You know what, let's mix it up this time. Let's not start with the black outline. Let's start with the little mask that he has. The mask and his eyes, I suppose. You know, I saw jokes online that before I started playing Animal Crossing, I thought were just like ridiculous, that Tom Nook has like a monopoly over everything, that he is the mafia. No, it's true. This guy's got a monopoly on literally everything. Well, I guess we kind of did start off with an outline. Let's do his eyes now. Another thing, why does he always look so tired? He's probably just stressed from all the money he's making, guys. This is looking pretty good so far, guys. All right, let's finish filling in his mask. All right, let's give him a little nose. Oh, he's such a good boy so far. You know, I know he doesn't have like a face, but he's still a good boy. All right, let's start doing the rest of his face. He's starting to take form, guys. He's no longer just a blob with eyeballs. I know he's a raccoon, but he's actually a tanuki, and I tried to explain to my friend that he was a tanuki, and they didn't understand. Then I showed them a picture of what a real tanuki is, and they still didn't understand. They just thought it was a raccoon. And I'm like, no, it's different. It's somehow better because it's Japanese. Well, now he's a blob with eyes and a black outline. I can't say that we've improved. I think once we give him his cute little ears, everything will be fine. And there we go, guys. I think he's pretty cute. All right, let's toast him. Wow, look at that. He's so cute. There you go, guys. There are the Animal Crossing Perler beads I made today. I think they all turned out pretty good. I really like the cherries. I don't like that they have brown in them though, but I really didn't have any other options. Maybe I'll make them again and I'll find a workaround. I'm actually probably gonna put cork on the bottoms of these big ones and probably turn them into coasters because I think that would be pretty cool. Again, if you want to make any of the designs that I made in this video, all the links will be down in the description for the references. So you can make the same Animal Crossing creations that I did. None of these are my own creations, like my own designs. I got them from Pinterest. So credit to those people who actually were smart enough to come up with these designs. Who knows, maybe I'll make another one of these videos trying to make my own designs of like Animal Crossing villagers. Who knows, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. But you know what I would appreciate more? If you go down to the links in the description and donate and sign petitions and spread the word about the civil rights movement that's happening right now in the States and lots of other countries. Thank you for showing your support, and thank you for continuously being just a kind and thoughtful human being. If you're not a kind and thoughtful human being, be gone. Check yourself. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like to see more of my face, I post new videos every Friday. So hit subscribe and you will get notifications for them. See you next week guys. Bye. Support the Black Lives Matter movement. Goodbye.